BMW. Once known for sleek, iconic designs that ruled the streets, but now they've taken a strange turn. You've seen the massive grills, the awkward lines, and some designs that leave you saying, WTF?
What?
What's really going on? Why is BMW, once the king of design, shocking its fans with such controversial looks? In this video, we're uncovering the shocking truth behind BMW's wild design shift. Is this a bold step forward, or has BMW completely lost its way? But that's not all. We will dive deeper in the strategies BMW uses in their design to keep you hooked on their brand, whether you love their new designs or hate them. BMW's design journey began with sleek, aerodynamic models that set a high standard for performance and style. Visionary designers like Paul Brock and Klaus Luth gave us some of the most timeless models in automotive history. The BMW 2002 and the E33 series are perfect examples of how these pioneers shaped the brand. Brock, who also designed the E12 series, introduced BMW's now famous kidney grille, cementing the brand's identity in the world of executive saloons. Fast forward to 2001, and Chris Bangle brought a radical shift in BMW's design philosophy, sparking intense debate. His E65 7 Series and E65 series were immediately criticized for their unusual shapes, with the infamous Bangle butt drawing the most ire. At the time, these designs were considered daring, and to some, even ugly.
So far then, things are looking bad. The new M5 is too ugly, too flash, too complicated, and not very fast.
But, as history often shows, the narrative shifted. Models like the E85Z4, E63 6 Series, and X3 E83, which were initially divisive, are now viewed as bold milestones in BMW's design evolution. These cars have aged into classics, admired for their courage to break convention. The E65 series in particular has grown into one of BMW's most respected models, regarded for its innovative approach that shaped the luxury car industry. Bangle's philosophy of designing cars that would be controversial at first but timeless in the long run proved to be remarkably accurate. What was once considered too edgy now represents a bold, forward-thinking approach that helped BMW stand out in a crowded market. So, what drove these radical changes? BMW realized that customer feedback plays a huge role in shaping car design. Over the past decade, they found a delicate balance between pushing boundaries and keeping traditionalists satisfied. As buyer preferences shifted towards tech-driven interiors and aggressive exteriors, BMW embraced controversy as a strategic move. Much of this shift is also due to the Chinese market, which has become BMW's largest, with 791,000 vehicles sold in 2022, making up 36% of global sales. Chinese consumers tend to favor bold, extravagant designs that showcase status and wealth. Features like oversized grills, sharp lines, and high-tech aesthetics are seen as symbols of success. In China, cars are more than just transportation. They're a display of personal achievement. In contrast, European buyers lean towards minimalist, refined designs with an emphasis on heritage and understated luxury. Here, less is often more, and elegance is rooted in subtlety. BMW has had to walk a fine line, adapting its models to appeal to both markets, offering bold, striking aesthetics in one region, while maintaining a sense of tradition in another. But it's not just about market preferences. BMW's divisive designs are also part of a broader marketing strategy. Just as we once debated Bangle's bold creations, today we're discussing the oversized grills on models like the BMW NX and M3. And history shows that when people talk, sales tend to follow. Another element at play is the psychological aspect of familiarity bias. At first, something unfamiliar or jarring may be perceived as ugly, but over time, as we see it more, we grow accustomed to it.
So, it's too focused on being a road car to be any good off-road, and it's too focused on being tall and heavy to be any good on the road either.
And that, I'm afraid, is far from the end of the story.
It's not particularly beautiful. It's not particularly useful. It was built by a world, for a world, that doesn't really exist anymore. Remind you of anything?
BMW taps into this phenomenon, creating designs that may shock initially, but gradually become appreciated or even iconic. On top of this, modern designs are shaped by safety regulations. For instance, pedestrian safety laws have led to higher, bulkier front ends and larger grilles, which alter BMW's traditionally sleek aesthetic. These regulatory requirements force designers to balance beauty with functionality, further complicating the challenge of creating visually striking yet compliant vehicles. Even Frank Stephenson, the designer behind the original BMW X5, has voiced his concerns about the brand's recent direction. He critiques the lack of harmony in their new designs, yet acknowledges that these shock tactics have been commercially effective. There's also the notion that beauty takes time to appreciate. In the past, BMW's intricate designs demanded contemplation, requiring viewers to analyze and understand the subtleties. However, in today's fast-paced world, people have less patience for this. Instead, they crave instant visual impact, which is why BMW has embraced more dramatic, attention-grabbing designs. BMW's design journey, from Bangle's radical era to today's massive grilles, has always been about challenging the status quo. The real question is, will today's controversial designs eventually be hailed as classics in 10 years? History suggests they might, but not all bold moves pay off. Some designs, however, never make that leap from ugly to iconic. If you want to explore which models missed the mark, be sure to check out our video on the ugliest BMWs ever made. You might be surprised by which cars made the list and why they still spark fierce debates today.